Hey there, folks. We are live here on Free China. It is Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m. GMT. Well, a little bit after 8. My apologies for being a few minutes late today. I have been editing my ass off, making a new video for the channel. And I kind of lost track of time, but I'm here anyway. And we've got quite an interesting one for you today. The title of the stream is China Wants to Wreck Taiwan's Baseball Dream, which is very interesting, and it's definitely not a clickbait title. This is absolutely 100% true. Okay, so anyway, let's see who's in the chat very quickly. We've got the usual candidates in here. We've got China Secret Police. Uh-oh. I really hope you're not the real China Secret Police. Oh my god.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Okay, we've got Xue Juan Su. I did get your email earlier, so thank you for sending me that. We've got Headley Bradstone. We've got William Edward Hackman. We've got Falco. We've got a bunch of people in the chat already. That is very cool. William Edward Hackman said happy Thanksgiving. Gan en jie kuai le, gan en kuai le. But we do not celebrate that here in the UK. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving to all of the American viewers out there. Okay, cool. So let's jump straight into the stream, shall we? It's going to be an interesting one. Okay, first of all, the stream is about baseball, but to be perfectly honest with you guys, I am not in the least bit interested in baseball. I do not understand it. I think it's the slightly cooler version of cricket. And cricket just isn't really that interesting. In fact, I really think cricket is like one of the most boring sports out there. It's kind of alongside golf and darts. Is darts even a sport? I don't know. But anyway, I am not into baseball. I really enjoy playing and sometimes watching basketball. So here is Lewis Air Hand with the basketball, busting some moves, and I'm still waiting for that sponsorship from Nike or Nike, however the hell you say it. In the UK we say Nike, so yeah, I'm still waiting for that sponsorship. See, look, busting the moves. There we go. Look, Air Jordan couldn't even do that, could he? There we go. Alley-oop. And it is in. Yeah, so baseball, not interested in it at all. But basketball, yeah, that's where it's at for me. Anyway, so Taiwan just recently won a world championship in baseball. They won this competition called Premier 12. It's a tournament and it has several countries. As you can see here, you've got Taiwan, Japan, USA, Venezuela, Korea, Panama, Australia, Mexico, Dominican Republic, and a bunch of other countries there. And it's quite a big deal. And Taiwan defeated Japan, and Japan has not been defeated in many years, and this is the first time that Taiwan has ever won this tournament or anything big in baseball as far as I know. So they did really well, and they did awesome. But looking at this table here, can you actually see that Taiwan was a part of this tournament? It's not really clear, is it, that Taiwan was even in this tournament if you're just looking at this table right here. And this is the problem. this is what we're going to get into a little bit later on. But first of all, let's just have a look at what actually happened. Okay. And guys, is there anybody in the chat? Is the chat working? Because I can't see anything. And usually you guys are talking, but yeah. Anyway, let's carry on and we'll just see what happens. Okay, so Taiwan won, and here is the response from their fans. It looks like a pretty awesome scene, so let's have a look.
Taiwan! Team Taiwan!
Team Taiwan!
Team Taiwan! Team Taiwan! Team Taiwan! Team Taiwan! Team Taiwan!
So here they were giving out flags.
免费送哦，
免费送，
豆饼豆饼
免费送。
豆饼
He
豆饼豆饼。
said, give you this for free. He's giving out flags for
Team
free.
Taiwan! Team Taiwan! Team Taiwan!
I love it.
Taiwan! Taiwan!
加油加油加油！台湾台湾台湾！ Okay, so here's the winning play. You see, I don't understand baseball at all. I don't get it. I don't know what the hell they're doing. But the only thing I care about is that Taiwan won, and they are the world champions. And no one can ever take that away from them. But China really wants to take that away from them. Japan looking pretty pissed off there. Rightly so. They just lost. But yeah, look at the reactions from the crowds in Taiwan. It's good stuff. It's so cool. And okay, so the players arrived back into Taipei, and of course there was a massive parade for them as well. They got a real hero's welcome. I mean, look at that. Well deserved as well. Like I said, it's the first time they've ever won something like this. And actually, believe it or not, but baseball is Taiwan's national sport as well. And they're really good at it. I remember when I was in Taichung, there was the local team there. They were really good. And it's got a huge following. It's a very familiar place in Taipei. It was, like I said, I think like everybody that I know in Taiwan was telling me about how they won baseball. So they're extremely proud of this accomplishment. It really, really is. It really was an amazing day for them. So here we go. A parade was held in Taipei on Tuesday to celebrate Taiwan's victory in the WBSC Premier 12 Championship. The event was held 2 days after Taiwan's 4-0 win over Japan at the Tokyo Dome, where the country won its first gold medal in a top-level international baseball tournament. Players, coaches, and other team members were welcomed by cheering crowds. As they paraded from Ketagalan Boulevard for the presidential office. I want to thank them for their hard work this year. I was one of those people who didn't have high expectations. I want to say sorry and thank them for becoming the pride of Taiwan. Yeah, you see, this is Taiwanese people all over. They have low expectations for their country, and I think that's what makes them so great, is because they are so humble. They're not like in your face, you know, apart from the whole like Taiwan #1 stuff, you know, but usually that's kind of just mucking about, messing around, isn't it? But they're generally quite humble and respectful people. So after the parade, Team Taiwan arrived at the presidential office. So they went to meet the man when President Lai expressed appreciation to them. You are all the pride of Taiwan. Because of you, Taiwan is being seen by the international community. They will realize Taiwan is not just about semiconductors. Because that is all everybody talks about. It's either semiconductors or bubble tea. Taiwan also has baseball. Yeah, okay, excellent. Amazing stuff, right? Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. But unfortunately, there's a downside to this, a real downer. And yeah, it's just really, really irritating. But have a look at that player at the top there on his baseball, do you call it a baseball jersey, baseball t-shirt, baseball top? I don't know what you call that, but anyway, if you look at the front of his t-shirt, his the top that he's wearing, something is missing. So look there, you have Japan in the top right hand corner. Below that you've got Korea, then you've got Australia, then you've got USA. They all have their country's name proudly on their jersey, but Taiwan doesn't have anything, doesn't have Taiwan. And why is that? Why? Because their team is known as Chinese Taipei. And this is all thanks to the People's Republic of Communist China. So due to that one China principle, you know, that little bullshit myth that the CCP has made up, Taiwan is a non-UN member after its expulsion in 1971 with ongoing dispute of its sovereignty, and it's prohibited from displaying any of its national symbols, so not its flag or even its name, none of its national symbols that would represent the state of Taiwan. So it can't have its name, it can't have its flag there, they're not allowed to play their own national anthem at international events. It is all crazy. You probably remember from the Olympics, just happened this summer, but Taiwan had to call themselves Chinese Taipei, which is completely ridiculous. And this has to stop. This really has to stop. Taiwan has just won one of the biggest baseball games of its whole existence, and they're not even allowed to celebrate properly by having their name mentioned in the tournament. As far as the record says, it's always going to be Chinese Taipei that won that medal, right? It really, really is ridiculous. Okay, now there was an interesting article that I read in the Taipei Times. So let's just read what this says, because it is interesting. And this is Taiwan's perspective on the whole thing. Okay, so it says, and I don't know if you guys can read it or not, but I'm just going to read through it anyway, because it is interesting. All right, it makes some pretty interesting points. So, Taiwan's victory in the World Baseball Softball Confederation Premier 12 Championship is a historic achievement. Yet, once again, this achievement is marred by the indignity of the imposed moniker Chinese Taipei. The absurdity is compounded by the fact that none of the players are even from Taipei. So they're representing Chinese Taipei, but none of these guys are even from Taipei. And some, such as Taiwan, such as the catcher, whatever his name is, are not even ethnically Chinese. I can't pronounce this guy's name at all, but he's not even ethnically Chinese, okay? And yet he has to represent Chinese Taipei, this made up team that's not even a country. It is insane. Okay, anyway, the issue garnered attention around the Paris Olympics, yet fell off the agenda as Olympic memories retreated. So yeah, you know, it happens. You see the Olympics, you wonder what the hell is Chinese Taipei, but then you forget about it, right? Chinese Taipei persists, and the baseball championship serves as a reminder that fighting Chinese Taipei must be a continuous campaign, not merely resurfacing around international competitions. This campaign requires sustained energy, and Chinese Taipei must be contested on all fronts. I totally agree with that. Why are they still allowing this to happen? Why is the international community not making more of a fuss about this? Okay, Chinese Taipei has spread from the Olympics to numerous venues where Taiwan is represented internationally in a process known as Chinese Taipei creep, a critical part of China's strategy to erase Taiwan internationally. Sporting associations, airlines, and now even the nation of Denmark have all fallen to Chinese Taipei creep. So Chinese Taipei is creeping in to all of these places. Despite false portrayals in the media as a compromise between China and Taiwan, Taiwanese were never ever consulted, and the name is a unilateral surrender to Chinese ultranationalists. Absolutely. It absolutely is. And if Taiwan has never even agreed to this, what the hell is going on? The intent of imposing Chinese Taipei is to subsume Taiwan into China in the public imagination. Yep, exactly, because when you see Chinese Taipei, unless you're not educated about it, you will just think that it's part of China, right? That's a very interesting point. Taiwan's baseball champions are starting to fight back. Team Taiwan's captain Chen Jie-xian has drawn praise for holding his hands in an empty frame across his chest where his nation's name should be. We all saw that picture, right? This one, the one in the top left there. Okay, let's take it back to it. Yep. The gesture has been widely adopted, including by President William Lai. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Oh no, sorry. Japanese media eschewed Chinese Taipei for Taiwan, setting an important example for international media. Taiwanese fans also flooded the Tokyo Dome with Taiwanese flags and banners for all of the world to see, which is awesome. I'm so glad that they did that. Their ability to express their identity freely in Japan contrasts starkly with the cowardice of French authorities this summer. Do you remember in the Paris Olympics when there were people who had signs with the Taiwanese flag, or not even the flag, it was a sign for, it was just a map of Taiwan saying Taiwan on it, and yeah, there was some little pink came and grabbed it and tried to rip it up, and then some of the security guards in the Paris Olympics were actually physically taking Taiwanese people's banners away from them and ripping them up in front of them. That's how crazy it was. Okay, so anyway, let's see, where did we get to? Sorry. yeah, Taiwanese media and politicians who had long stuck to the term Team Changhua have increasingly used Team Taiwan in English and Chinese, an important marker of public support. Even Chinese Nationalist Party, KMT politicians who have long preferred the Republic of China or Changhua, whatever that is, it's in that Wade Giles, in the international area have embraced Team Taiwan. The Premier 12 has shown that when Taiwanese show up, they can make their voices heard. Taiwanese supporters should continue to vigorously contest all instances of Chinese Taipei. China barely exists in the arena of international baseball. Yeah, they don't even really have a team as far as I know. So how can it be that Taiwan is still forced to use Chinese Taipei? Ridiculous. Taiwanese should utilize the language and advocacy tools of racial justice to hold international media and other organizations to account for discrimination against Taiwanese identity. Athletes should build on the examples set by Chen and Pan Jia-kai to engage in even more ostentatious acts of protest to bring attention to the issue. Okay, and let's just move on. Okay. This campaign must not be swept away with the ticker tape once the parade is over. Taiwan's opponent in this fight is relentless and does not go home after 9 innings. Yep, they're there forever. The CCP will be there forever trying to undermine Taiwan. Around the world, Chinese officials, diplomats, and business people work in a coordinated manner to contest any mention of Taiwan. To counter them, Taiwanese must engage in an everything, everywhere, all at once campaign, continuously contesting each and every instance of Chinese Taipei and not relenting until Taiwan is allowed to be Taiwan. And I absolutely agree with that. Wow, it is crazy though. It really is crazy how the whole world just is just gone mad. And they think that it's okay to impose this on Taiwan and let them be called Chinese Taipei, which really has nothing to do with the country of Taiwan, apart from the fact that Taipei is a city. What, are they just representing the city of Taipei? What the hell is going on there? It is insane, right? It is laughable, and it just makes you want to throw up. It really just makes you want to throw up like that. It is sickening. It is really sickening. Anyway, so let's just move on from that, shall we? Oh dear. It really does make your blood boil, doesn't it? What do you guys think about this whole Chinese Taipei nonsense? Please let me know in the comments. I'm dying to know what you guys have to say about this, because it just makes you want to go crazy, right? Imagine, just imagine like there was the Olympics and the USA was in a basketball tournament, but for some reason it wasn't allowed to call itself the USA, Team USA, and they had to call themselves Team New York or something, Team Washington, or American Washington. It would be the same thing, right? Would you as an American be mad with this? You know what I mean? You would be absolutely furious, right? Imagine in the UK, there's a football match, an international football match, and the English football team have to call themselves, I don't know, like English London. You know what I mean? It would be totally ridiculous. And the British people would not put up with that, and I don't see why the Taiwanese people have to put up with that either, just because of some crazy authoritarian dictatorship who, you know, can't take that Taiwan is a better country than their country. They cannot handle the truth that Taiwan is a better place So they're jealous and they want to take everything away from Taiwan. And it's disgusting. Anyway, sorry guys, rant over. Oh dear. Okay, so anyway, Taiwan won the baseball. It's awesome. They had an amazing celebration, and it seems that the Taiwanese people are starting to take action into their own hands and doing a lot more to support their country and to show their country on the world stage. And it's only going to get better for Taiwan. So yeah. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about, because yeah, it's not all about the baseball, is it? Let me take myself out of there. Okay, so today is also quite an important day here in the UK. There has been a debate on the international status of Taiwan, which was scheduled for today, the 28th of November. The debate was scheduled by Backbench Business Committee and will be led by Blair McDougall MP. So that has been very, very interesting. So this is from the House of Commons website on the government's webpage. So this is really important, actually. This is really important because for many, many years, China has been lying about Taiwan, and saying that just because Taiwan is not a member of the UN, then Taiwan belongs to China, and there's this one China principle that every single country recognizes in the world. Everybody apparently recognizes this one China principle, that Taiwan is an inalienable part of China, and the People's Republic of China are the sole legitimate government of that China. Therefore, Taiwan belongs to them. But it's absolute bullshit. Most of the world, they go by this one China policy, which is not the same as the principle. So basically, the principle is the PRC's version and the policy is the rest of the world's version. So, for example, the UK goes by this one China policy. It doesn't recognize Taiwan as part of the PRC, as the People's Republic of China. And it never, ever has recognized Taiwan as part of the People's Republic of China. They pretty much acknowledge that the PRC holds this position that Taiwan is a part of the PRC, but it doesn't recognize it. It acknowledges that China feels this way. Okay? So this is very important, what's been happening in Parliament in the UK. So let's just have a little overview of this. Okay, because it is interesting stuff, and I'm sorry I am reading from a lot of articles today, but that's just the way it goes sometimes, you know, but we're going to talk about it as well. So, review of Taiwan and its international status. Taiwan's constitution and relationship with the People's Republic of China. Taiwan is an island in the South China Sea, around 100 miles off the coast of China, on which nearly 24 million people live. You know, I find that fact crazy. 24 million people. That is almost as much people as Australia. Taiwan's population is almost the same size as Australia. That is crazy, right? So imagine like the whole population of Australia was under threat. I wonder what would happen, you know? Anyway, so according to Taiwan's constitution, its official name is the Republic of China, which we all know. This is a remnant of a political entity formed on the Chinese mainland more than 100 years ago. The Republic of China, or Taiwan, does not officially recognize the People's Republic, and its constitution still asserts sovereignty over mainland China. But this is something that Taiwan is trying to change, actually. Okay, this is something that they are trying to change. Okay, the People's Republic of China's One China principle asserts that Taiwan is an integral part of China, and as part of this, that other countries must only maintain official diplomatic relations with itself. It also opposes Taiwan's participation in international organizations like the WHO, for example, when that whole COVID pandemic was going on. When that was happening, Taiwan really did an amazing job of containing that virus, and they were very, very useful, but they were blocked because of China. So the rest of the world couldn't get the help that it needed from Taiwan. Okay, let's move on. Okay, currently only 12 countries have formal diplomatic relations with Taiwan. That number has shrunk in recent years in part because of pressure from, you guessed it, China. Since Taiwan's Democratic Progressive Party, which asserts a distinct Taiwanese identity and autonomy from Taiwan, returned to power in 2016, China appeared to increase pressure on the remaining countries that recognize Taiwan between 2016 and 2024. 10 countries broke ties with the island. What a bitch. Okay, 2016, this country, whatever the hell that place is, I don't even know where it is, Panama, all of these countries up until 2024. Okay, over the same period, China has also increased its efforts to block Taiwan from participating in international organizations. Taiwan's development into a democracy in the 1990s and fraying relations between many Western countries and China over the last several years seems to have increased support in some of those countries for deepening ties with Taiwan and supporting its participation in international fora. None, however, have expressed support for establishing formal diplomatic ties or recognizing Taiwan as an independent country. Countries and international organizations will often refer to Taiwan officially by the name of its capital, Taipei, or sometimes Chinese Taipei, which is just what we saw from that baseball game, right? Okay. The UK, like most other countries, does not recognize Taiwan as a state, nor does it maintain formal diplomatic relations with the island. The UK was the first Western power to recognize the People's Republic of China. Boo! I actually speak about this in a video tomorrow. Stay tuned. Okay, doing so in January 1950 and sending a charge d'affaires to Beijing. The UK broke off its recognition of the Republic of China at the same time, and they gave them their embassy. They gave the People's Republic of China the Republic of China's embassy. The People's Republic did not reciprocate diplomatic relations with the UK, demanding the UK support its bid to take up the UN seat occupied by the Republic of China at the time. Bummer. The UK and the People's Republic of China finally exchanged ambassadors in 1972, and the UK closed its consulate in Taiwan that same year. And then, obviously, Taiwan opened up their representative's office, right? As part of establishing formal diplomatic relations, the UK and the People's Republic of China signed an agreement that acknowledged the position of the government of the PRC that Taiwan was a province of China and recognized the PRC government as the sole legal government of China. Acknowledged. They acknowledged it. They didn't agree with it. Can you see the difference here, guys? Okay, in response to a 2016 petition calling for the UK government to recognise Taiwan as a country, the Conservative government responded that this dispute between Taiwan and the People's Republic of China should be resolved through dialogue, in line with the views of the people on both sides of the Taiwan Strait. But here's the thing, the people of Taiwan do not want to be a part of the People's Republic of China, and the people in the People's Republic of China think that Taiwan is a part of the People's Republic of China. It's actually quite insane. Oh my god. The long-standing UK policy was confirmed in a House of Lords debate on the 14th of July 2020, with Lord Ahmad saying on behalf of the Conservative government, The United Kingdom's long-standing policy on Taiwan has not changed. We have no diplomatic relations with Taiwan, but a strong unofficial relationship based on dynamic commercial, educational, and cultural ties. We regularly lobby in favor of Taiwan's participation in international organization where statehood is not a prerequisite. And we make clear our concerns about any activity that risks destabilizing the cross-strait status quo. We have no plans to recognize Taiwan as a state. Lame. That is pretty lame, isn't it? Okay, so developments under the Labour government. This is important because the Labour government have just come in this summer. The Labour government were voted in. I actually voted for them. It's quite shameful, I know. But anyway, let's see. So here are the developments under the new government that we have, the Labour government. Sorry, guys, let me just take a sip of my tea. Too much reading. All right. The Guardian newspaper reported in November of 2024 that the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, the FCDO, asked to postpone a visit to the UK by the former president of Taiwan, Tsai Ing-wen, which we spoke about in a stream. If you guys didn't watch that, you can go back and watch it. I spoke about that in detail. Taiwanese officials had asked if Tsai could visit the UK Parliament and address MPs and peers, according to The Guardian, which reported that her trip would have coincided with the visit to China of the Foreign Secretary David Lammy, something it said the FCDO was seeking to avoid. So they prioritized our foreign secretary going to China instead of allowing a great figure like Tsai Ing-wen to come to the UK and give a speech. Okay. An FCDO spokesperson said in response to the report, "We do not recognize this characterization of events. Parliamentarians are independent of government and are free to invite whoever they wish." So why was she not allowed to come? Okay, Ian Duncan Smith asked the parliamentary question of the Foreign Secretary as to whether his department advised postponement of the visit to London of former Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen. The Minister of State for the Indo-Pacific, Catherine West, responded, "The UK's long-standing position on Taiwan has not changed. The UK does not have diplomatic relations with Taiwan, but a strong unofficial relationship based on deep and growing ties in a wide range of areas and underpinned by shared democratic values." So why are you kowtowing to China then? There is a long history of visits between the UK and Taiwan, including many conducted independently of HMG, His Majesty's government. Okay, so for example, Liz Truss went to Taiwan, right? I don't know if you remember that one. Former British Prime Minister who lasted for about a couple of seconds, you know? Lizzie Lettuce, as they call her. Following his visits to China, this is the Foreign Secretary, Mr. Lammy was asked during an urgent question on China and human rights and sanctions by Danny Kruger, not Freddy Krueger, Danny Kruger MP, if he had not discussed Taiwan with his Chinese counterpart, and if he could specify a little more clearly what he said, and was he clearer about the UK's red lines on Taiwan. The Foreign Secretary responded, "I specifically discussed the aggression that we are seeing in the Taiwan Strait, and I maintained our long-standing position on Taiwan. We are very concerned about an escalatory pattern of behavior, and of course, I raised those concerns in a robust manner." Something tells me he didn't. Asked by Callum Miller MP if he could assure the House that his department played no part in preventing Parliament from hosting former President Tsai, Lammy responded, I do not recognize what was suggested in relation to Taiwan. What? What? Unbelievable. So, this has obviously been debated today. I am waiting to hear the outcome, but I'm pretty sure I'm not really too optimistic about it, to be honest with you guys. I think it's just going to be more of the same thing, you know, like, oh, we love Taiwan, we really like Taiwan, but at the same time, we want to do business with China, and our economy is really bad right now, and we really need this investment from China, and we really need to put money over principles, and we need to put our economy over human rights, and we just need to do business with China and make a deal with the devil, and just, you know, Taiwan's a small place, even though it's almost got a bigger population than Australia, but yeah, it's just worthless, and we'll just keep going along with China and pretending that we agree with them, even though we don't. It's quite pathetic, really, isn't it, guys? But I think that's just the way politics works right now, and a lot of it doesn't make sense to us, you know. When there's something glaringly obvious in front of you, the hypocrisy is in front of you, right there to be seen. But it's a little bit more complicated than that, I guess. It's not all black and white, is it? But it does come across as very pathetic. Okay, guys. That is all that I have for today's stream, I'm afraid. I'm sure that there was a part missing from that, you know. But, yeah. No, there wasn't. Sorry, I just checked that. So there are actual links to... there are some links to all of the stuff that I talked about today. The articles that I used to make today's stream. Sorry, it was a bit of a rush job, really. I have, like I said at the start of the stream, man, I was editing a video all day. I probably shouldn't have even done this stream because, yeah, I have just been locked in on my computer for about the last 8 hours, and my eyes have turned into squares. Not because of the glasses, but yeah, my eyes, like, I feel like I'm seeing like square screens everywhere because of the constant editing. But I hope it was worth it. I hope tomorrow's video is going to be worth the time it took to edit, because it was quite ridiculous. I had to translate it as well, and that always takes a lot of time. But yeah, so tomorrow's video is about the super embassy that they're planning to build in London. And I actually went to the site where the new super embassy has been proposed to build, to be built, to be opened. And yeah, I just walked around and had a look, and I went to the other Chinese embassy and just made a video about why I oppose them building this embassy, and I think it actually might be going ahead. But yeah, it was really crazy, and I think it was a good video. So yeah, hopefully you guys are going to enjoy that. Okay, so now, as usual, what I do on the live streams is I take a good 15 minutes or so to go through the chat and see if anybody has any questions or anything they want me to talk about, or if you have something you want to say. So guys, I'm going to start reading messages from the next time somebody types one in the comments. So please go ahead if you've got anything you want to say.
What?
So I'll wait. It appears that not that many people are here today. That's fine as well. I get it. You know, it's a bit of a weird time. It's just unfortunate that Thursdays are the only real day that I have the time to do these streams, and in the evening it works better for me. Although I know that most of my audience are actually online at about sort of 1 p.m. But yeah, okay. So it appears that nobody is writing anything in the chat, which means I'm gonna probably end it then. Oh wait, we've got somebody here. Mike Stewart, late again, Lewis. I'll rewatch. No worries, buddy. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You can always, like you said, go back and watch, but you don't have to. Okay, Headley Bradstone, onto the naughty step, Mike. Have you been watching Super Nanny? Mike Stewart, hi all. How's it going? Hello boy 145. How's it going, Mr. I'm not going to say your name. Good afternoon from the US. Happy Thanksgiving. Do you think Taiwan should do more to get intellectuals in China to defect to Taiwan, like what South Korea does to the North? Honestly, I don't think they need them, to be honest with you. I think that Taiwan is technologically superior to China in almost every single way. I think China should be trying to get Taiwanese people to defect there because they need them for sure. TT says, love you. Thank you very much. We've got a question here. Taiwan is like an invisible country. Perhaps its stealth technology is so advanced that most democratic nations can't even see it. That is a good point. You know, Taiwan is definitely they're definitely worth other countries paying attention to them for sure. You know what I mean? And that was from Gong Wei Ya. Okay. William Edward Hackman, you missed my comment anyway. I did not miss your comment. I said that I was going to start reading comments from a certain point, but thank you anyway. Falco says, hey Mike, TT, how about the Super Embassy? What happened after all? It is still ongoing. The thing is still ongoing, and I have made a petition. I've put it across to the British government, but they haven't responded to it. I've had enough signatures to get the government to look at it, and then they're supposed to approve it. But they must have a backlog, or they must be getting stressed out because somebody put out a petition that's calling for another general election. And I think now it's had over 2 million signatures, which is a lot. That is like a record for a petition. In the first couple of days, it's had over 2 million signatures. So maybe they're starting to freak out that petitions might actually be working. So yeah, but I'm still waiting to hear back from them. So yeah, no news about the Super Embassy. Just I went there yesterday to the site, and it's quite funny. They've got like a massive gate, and on the gate was a sticker from a Hong Kong activist. They put the sticker there, and it had been ripped off. So obviously someone who works there had gone out and tried to rip it off, but they couldn't rip the whole thing off. You'll see it in my video tomorrow. It is quite funny. Okay, come on. Keep the comments coming, guys. Otherwise, I am out of here. Did I look into the cable cutting incident from last week? Yep, I did. I just didn't want to talk about it today because it's kind of old news now, you know. But yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is. And I wanted to focus a little bit on Taiwan today for this stream. But yeah, that was insane how they're saying that it was an accident. Yeah, right. Okay, Headley Bradstone, it's not a parliamentary matter until the local council decides the application. Of course, but the government definitely can do something about it. The government have a sway over the council, you know. So, for example, let me see. What can the government do? The government can do quite a few things. let me see. I wrote down all of the ways the government can. I'll have to talk about it later. I did have like some notes made about it, but I can't find them, unfortunately. Oh dear. Anyway, the government definitely can help. Okay. So they can say the petition is premature. Yeah, maybe, but let's hope that they approve it. Okay, Shill Su, looking forward to seeing your new video tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. I bet you can't wait. I can't wait for you to see it. Have you ever been to Penghu Islands? No, I have not. TT says Taiwan 第一，对，台湾是第一名。Headley Bradstone overturned the council's refusal. Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that I don't know why I can't find. Can't find it now. Let me check. Just give me a second here. There's a bunch of things that the government can do. Where is that damn petition? Yeah, I can't find it. Quite annoying. Okay, where is my Yeah, I'll have to talk about it another time. I can't even find the petition that I actually wrote initially, which is annoying. Where is that? Okay. Yeah, they can use call-in powers reviewing the proposal under the National Security and Investment Act. They can issue guidance to local authorities, or they can propose alternative embassy locations. So the government definitely can step in with this. Okay, let's see. William Edward Heckman. Donald Trump won the US election anyway. Is that supposed to be breaking news? I didn't know that. I thought Biden was the winner. Actually, it wasn't even Biden, was it? It was what's her name? Forgotten. I've even forgot her name. Sorry, I don't know all of these US politicians' names. Shill Su, the UK government is rubbish. You're not wrong there, buddy. Inno Taishu 1. Ironically, no is actually sure where the name Taiwan came from. The most common theory is that it was the name of a local Aboriginal people, so the name is not even Chinese in origin. Interesting. TT, I saw your previous videos and channel. You looked very happy in Taiwan. I support you. Well, yeah, I had an awesome time in Taiwan, and I wish that I didn't have to leave, to be honest with you. I would have stayed there a lot longer, but unfortunately I no longer wanted to be an English teacher, and you have to work for about 5 years in Taiwan before you can actually get that what is it called, ARC. You have an ARC card, but there's a one above the ARC card that means that you can live there without having to find a job, and you can find any job. So yeah, unfortunately it was time for me to leave, and maybe next time I go back to Taiwan it'll be on my own terms instead of having to go there doing a job that I don't really want to do. Okay. Don't worry, Kamala Harris was such a bad candidate. There's no wonder you forgot her name. Oh, that was her name. Yeah, I just quite a forgettable human being, to be honest with you. Okay, call in your true name, Taiwan. Kamala Harris is the other candidate. Yeah, whatever, really, whatever. Everybody's like, a lot of people are freaking out about Trump. I don't know. Is it going to be any different? Is he going to be any different? Who knows? Only time will tell. We'll have to see what happens. I think at the very least, it'll be interesting with him as the president of the United States, right? Because he's definitely a very interesting human being. He's a very polarizing figure. You either hate him or you love him, but it's gonna be interesting to see what he does. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Okay, I will be in Taiwan in March, so maybe then I will have something to tell you about in the chat. Yeah, that's cool. Shill Su, has your mum ever been to Taiwan, Lewis? No, she hasn't. No. I think the long flight time doesn't excite her too much, to be honest with you. But she would love Taiwan. I know she would love Taiwan. She would absolutely love it because she loves a lot of sort of like Chinese culture, traditional Chinese culture, and she loves drinking tea, and she does Tai Chi, and yeah, she would love going to go to Taiwan. I think she would find it really fascinating. Yeah. All right, guys, it is over. The stream has come to an end. I am so happy that you guys came here to join me today. It's always a pleasure to chat with you, and yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying my channel's content and the live streams and the videos. I think it's getting better. It is getting better on this channel. It still has a long way to go. And for some reason, something was cut off of my stream earlier. Did I? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to show you that quickly before I end the stream. But these are my monthly gained video views and my monthly gained subscribers. And if you look all the way on the end is January of 2022. So all the way on the left part of the screen is January of 2022. And then as you can see, when it gets to January of 2020, you can see it's pretty much flatlined all the way to January of 2024. And that's when it just takes off. It goes down a little bit, but September, October, November of this year, it has just gone through the stratosphere. Look at that. That is crazy. That is amazing. And it shows you that the videos have been attracting a much bigger audience. And I'm really chuffed with that. I'm really over the moon about it. It's amazing. And yeah, it's only going to get better from now on. I just really want to keep putting out more content and trying to sort of like make it interesting, because I know that I can't always keep doing Taiwan flag videos. I do enjoy doing them and it is fun, but at some point it's gonna get same old. So I need to keep expanding, keep making different videos, and yeah. But I'm really happy with the way it's going, and yeah, I've got a few more interesting videos lined up. As I said, tomorrow is about the Super Embassy. I do have another Taiwan flag video that I'm working on. I'm going to be going to London next week and filming some more videos. I got a bunch of ideas. So guys, stay tuned. This channel is getting better each time, and you guys are a part of that, and I just really appreciate all of you coming here and showing your support for me. It is amazing. So thank you so much, guys. All right, anyway, that's it. Stream is over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. All right, bye guys, take care.